Hi, welcome to Julius Bar. Today we're gonna talk about vodka, vodka tonic, and everybody's favorite Christmas movie, Eyes Wide Shut. So today we have a lot to talk, and I don't even know where we are actually going with this episode. So let's start by tasting some vodkas. As I said before, I think there is probably no real difference between most of the vodka. After all, the definition of vodka by the American government is like something that tastes like alcohol and nothing else. But so let's try some really standard vodka, all 40% ABV, and let's start from the Smirnoff. This is the standard Smirnoff, famous all around the world. Smirnoff actually is an American company, not a Russian company, like I thought. And this particular one is made in Korea because I'm in Japan. Is there any difference between Korea, America, or other brand? I don't know. There could be different, like very different in Coca-Cola, but I'm not sure about it. Then we have this one with Suntory vodka. It's like their medium priced offering. They have a cheaper vodka. They also have like some premium Haku artisan craft whatever vodka. This is the middle of the road, and I really like the design of a bottle. There is also a 100 proof vodka, which is 50% ABV, with a black label, which I think looks really cool, and I want to try it, but it's not possible to find nowadays, probably because of Corona. And then we have the Stolichnaya, the vodka from used to be Russia. This is from Latvia because there is a big fight between some private company and some company from Russia, and I don't know, it's a big chaos. Anyway, this one from Latvia, and let's get right into it. Let's try and see if we can smell and taste any difference between these three average price vodka. On the smell test, this one smell a bit more like nail polish. This one smell like nothing, and this one smell a bit more like disinfectant, like to clean stuff. Now let's try and taste it. Actually, I'm kind of amazed. I can smell and taste different between these three vodka. The Smirnoff is more bitter on the palate. This one is the Suntory is completely neutral. Has nothing really going on. Yes, a slight flavor. I might project it of sake, just because it's made in Japan. Maybe they use some rice to distillate this. I'm not sure. But it's really, really neutral. While the Stoli is sharper, it bites more, and it has an almost citrusy feeling to it. I really didn't think I was gonna find a difference, but there you go. You never know what you find. Now let's try to make some vodka tonic with this, and let's see if we can then taste any difference and which one is better. I'm gonna make half size vodka tonic with 30 milliliters of vodka, ice, and some really standard Fever 3 tonic. And there you go, the most basic of the basic cocktail. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Man, I forgot how harsh is a vodka tonic. I used to drink it a lot after I saw Eyes Wide Shut, because I remember clearly that Tom Cruise ordered a vodka tonic in it. And I was like, is that possible? I don't like gin tonic, because at that time gin tonic sucked ass, because in 1999 we were far from the gin revolution when we had like 10 years later, and both the gin and the tonic that were available at the time in normal bar in Italy, they were really crap. So I was like, maybe I can drink vodka tonic. And I liked it better at that time. It's not a really pleasant drink. Yeah, actually there is a slight difference. Again, this with the Smirnoff is more astringent, slightly more bitter. This is completely neutral. I would say it's kind of perfect vodka. Yes, no flavor except a slight sweetness of the alcohol. It's just like drinking the tonic water plus the alcohol. While this one has a bit of more sharpness and citrusy feeling to it. Oh boy, am I stumped? There is difference, but not great. And I can taste it in a cocktail that is this simple. On the other side, your vodka should really taste like nothing. So, by that assumption, this one is number one. This one, the Stoli, is pretty drinkable too. I think it gives, yeah, like a more zesty character to everything. So in the end, probably in general is a good thing. While the Smirnoff is just a bit bitter. That's it. But it's okay. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please like, subscribe, type your heart out in the comments down below, but do whatever you want. Stir yourself a drink, and I will see you next time. Cheers. But as it turns out, Tom Cruise in Eyes Wide Shut never actually ordered a vodka tonic. Who orders a vodka tonic is Nick, his buddy from university that plays the piano and then introduced him to the sex party. On the other side, the drinks that go on in the movie are really plain. There were lots of champagne at the beginning, where Nicole Kidman is extremely flirty and stunningly beautiful. Then later, Tom Cruise has a beer, I think, a beer at the bar. He has a scotch in one of the last scene at the pool table, and that's it. Really plain and simple. The only kind of weird thing, except for the sex and the nakedness, is the vodka tonic that Nick orders, and I'm really wondering why. Why did they make him order a vodka tonic? A jazz guy after a concert before going to a incredibly salacious party? Is this salacious a word? I don't know. Order a vodka tonic. It gotta have a meaning, because everything in the movie has a meaning, because you can say a lot of things about Eyes Wide Shut, but one thing you cannot say is that it's poorly done. Actually, to me, it seems like a dare by Kubrick. Like, maybe one day somebody told him, like, this book looks like it's completely unfilmable. What kind of a story is this? And he was like, unfilmable? I made 2001, I made Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket, Barry Lyndon, I'm gonna film this shit. And so it feels like he almost did it, like, just to prove that he could do it. The soundtrack is absolutely wonderful. Actually, after I did the Senior Sex 1 video and I talked a bit about Russian Voivod, I've been listening a lot to Killing Technology by Voivod, so dissonant and cool and heavy, and watching again Eyes Wide Shut with those George Ligeti dissonant music, which is Musica ricercata number 2. It's absolutely wonderful. The most like tension building music ever. So simple, so like giving you this sense of dread and mystery. And I must say, where the movie succeed, I will think it's in the first part where it shows the broken relationship between Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. Of course, everybody can say the movie's just dumb, because anybody that's been married more than a couple of years knows that something you just don't say, and you are not each other psychoanalyst in a marriage. Leave that stuff to the professionals. But anyway, the first part of the movie, which is kind of like Stanley Kubrick does After Hour, until the party, is really catching. He has this mystique, intrigue, and then of course there is the sex party, which revolutionized the sex party industry, I guess. I've never been to a party, a orgy like that, but I would think that nowadays if you go to one of those parties and there isn't like a guy that's on his knees serving as a table for the people, you will feel like, oh, this is disappointing. There was the big parking at the entrance, but now there is no guy that's serving as a table for other people to on. Huh, what a shame. Beside, just a brief aside, this evil congregation of powerful people that does sex things, it didn't just inspire the one in Squid Game, but I think it's actually the same. In Squid Game, he was pretty much the same. The masks, the table guy, and the silly costume, the perversion. It was pretty much there. I think it's gonna turn out that Sidney Pollack is gonna come out in a hologram and is gonna say, you're continuing the tradition of our sixth society here in Squid Game. Okay, aside over. The second part of the movie, I found it a lot more dragging its feet. It wants to be a thriller, but it's not. I think the rare moments of comedy actually show that if Kubrick went on with his original idea of making a dark comedy, this would have been a lot more enjoyable movie. That said, I remember the first time I saw it in movie theaters, the conclusion, the last word that Nicole Kidman say, I actually said it together with her, because it was so obvious that that's where the movie was going. And I guess that's a sign of a great movie making. Even though the story was flawed, the movie was not the best, but the craftsmanship, man, like the lighting, the camera work is simply, the music, the acting, everything top notch. Watching it again, I was feeling like, oh, yeah, it's not the best movie, but I wish there were more movies made with this level of quality, which is almost unseen, unheard of. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed my discussion of Eyes Wide Shut. And again, vodka tonic. I think I prefer the gin tonic, but it's an okay drink. It's really cheap. Cheers.